I'm Gary Martin Hayes. Thank you for letting us be a part of your day here on Atlanta's CW Network. Let's jump right into a question now from one of our viewers. Adam, can you share the question with us?
Sure, Gary. This is from an email that we received. It says this. It says, Gary, my brother Josh was hurt in a car wreck last week by Stonecrest Mall near Lithonia. The other driver wasn't paying attention and ran into the rear of his car. Josh refused to have the ambulance take him to the hospital right after the wreck. But later that night, he was hurting so bad he called me to take him. I know he needs help with the car repairs and really everything. Here's the problem. I've told Josh to call you to help him, but he's nervous to call you about the work because he doesn't know what to expect. Can you call him to let him know what you can do to help him? Thank you. And Gary, that one comes to us from Bernice.
Great. Thanks, Adam. And Bernice, thanks for the email, and I'm sorry to hear about Josh's wreck. I completely understand why Josh is somewhat hesitant to call an attorney. I'm going to walk you through the process of what happens when you call my office about your claim. But before I do, let me talk about something else that's really important in your question. You asked if I can call Josh about his wreck. Well, the answer is no. I can't call Josh, as this is prohibited by law and our ethics and disciplinary rules that govern lawyer conduct. Look, I'm more than happy to speak with Josh if he calls me, but I can't be the one to initiate the contact with him. Now, there are attorneys that do this, and they are breaking the law. These people are runners, and if you sign on with them, you're destroying the value of your claim, because insurance companies know who these doctors and lawyers are, and they will not want to offer you anything for your claim. So do yourself a favor. If you want to get the appropriate medical care for your injuries and maximize your financial recovery, then call me to discuss your claim right now. Okay, let's talk about what happens when you call me, when you call my law firm. You call our office for your free confidential consultation. The phone number is 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. And I'll tell you, most callers are nervous at the beginning of the phone call. And this is certainly understandable, as it may be the very first time they've ever spoken with an attorney about any matter. And if they are hurt, either from being in a car wreck or injured at work, they really do have a reason to be worried. So when a person calls our office about a potential claim, the call will be routed to me or someone on my team. And we'll ask the person how we can help. The second thing, the caller will tell us about their legal issues. We'll ask them to tell us a little bit more about the wreck or what happened in the on-the-job accident, with questions such as, when did it happen? Where did it happen? What happened? And we'll also cover what insurance companies are involved, as well as what injuries, as in your situation, the injuries that Josh sustained. The call typically takes no more than 10 minutes for us to ask these initial questions. All right, third thing, then we'll have you speak with either me or one of my attorneys about your case. We may have some additional questions to help us clarify all the issues, and then we'll offer suggestions on what should be done next on your claim. Look, my firm specializes in wrongful death, personal injury, and workers' compensation claims. But we also get calls from people regarding all kinds of cases, from divorces to criminal cases to bankruptcy issues. Our goal is to always try and find someone that can help you with these cases. We want people to call us first regarding any legal issue. And if it's not something that we handle, then we'll try to find an attorney that specializes in that area of law, just like we specialize in personal injury law. We have a complete list of attorneys that we know and respect in other types of practice. All right, after the attorney speaks with the caller and we agree to accept the case and the caller agrees to hire us, we can either schedule an appointment for the person to come into the office to meet with me to sign the paperwork that will allow us to represent you, or we can have an investigator come out to meet with you at your home, your office, or even the hospital. Look, we want to make it very convenient for our clients. We know that sometimes our clients are not physically able to come to the office because of their injuries, or the only car that they had for transportation was destroyed in the wreck, so they really have no way to come into the office. So Bernice and Josh, I know you have a lot of worries right now. Who's going to pay for your hospital bills? Who will pay for the continuing medical needs that you may have in the future? Who's going to compensate Josh for any lost time from work? And what about the issues he will face getting his car repaired? These are all issues that we help address for our clients. Our goal is to answer the questions and help take away your worries so our clients can focus on their physical recovery. And Josh, please ask yourself this question. Do you really want to try and take on the insurance company and their team of lawyers by yourself? You have far too much at stake to try and go it alone, or to hire someone that is not an expert in this area. Now, there's one final point to stress. A question I'm often asked is, how can I afford to hire an attorney? Well, our contract is simple. You don't pay me any money up front. I don't charge you by the hour, by the phone call, by the letter, by the email. And we don't limit our clients to just one call. We only get paid if there's a recovery for you. If there's no recovery, then there are no attorney's fees, period. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your family to get the help that you need. So give me a call right now, 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. Again, 1-800-WIN-WIN-1 or 770-934-8000. You can find out more about me, about my law firm by visiting our website. And that web address is GaryMartinHayes.com.